Coming and welcome to another match of A Link to the Past, a Randomizer Tournament 2021. Today we got a matchup here between defending champion Jet082 versus azder. I am one of your commentators. I am Bandman25. I am joined here in the booth by Neon Tiger. I know I'm looking for an exciting matchup. How about you?
This is going to be a good matchup. These are two very, very skilled and talented runners. As you mentioned, Band, Jet's the defending champ. azder, no slouch either. This is a round two winner-go-home match. So somebody who could easily make it to the third round of the tournament is going to be watching it from the comfort of their couch, not playing this game anymore after this. So, yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see how this shakes out.
Yeah, if we take a look on how this series has gone so far, we are tied one game apiece by both runners here. We have, from what I have been told, Jet won the first game. He won by a difference of 16 seconds, and azder won game number 2, and we are now underway.
And we are. What we're going to get here in the starting chest, just a piece of heart. And of course, standard start here. So that means we get the usual start, which is go to the magic hole, fall down the hole, and get yourself a Princess Zelda from the basement.
So very straight 6-minute race here that we've seen 100 times. The only difference is what will our attack weapon be here? What's it going to be on here, Neon?
Well, looks like that question got answered for us already. It's a bow, which is not bad. 30 arrows, good start to the run for everybody.
Ooh, that's a nice little item we got there on the drop of the green guards. Got some arrows, so we will not have to worry about farming for arrows here. But the question is, though, when will we find those bombs? Yeah,
you want to see if you can get those bombs kind of early here from a chest or somewhere, just so you can get that check-in, or maybe even get some boots. Boots to also be acceptable, because you can kind of bunk your way into that little side wall there.
Yeah, so as we make our way through escape here, we're going to see a total of 5 items here. So we've already got the bow. We're not going to see silver arrows at all. So, Neon, what's the item you would like to see here going into escape? What's the items you want to see? Do you want to see our items that we get Dark World access, or just to get us to move on just a little bit easier?
I think as a commentator, you just want to kind of see something that easily progresses the game and tells you where to go. As a runner, you're just hoping for a sword or boots or something along those lines, something that will make it a lot more navigable. If you are an absolute sadist, you want to see something that will make them have to start clearing out dungeons pretty quickly here, like the book. That would be an option. So got that big 20 out of the first chest, which is, for those who don't know, we're playing hard mode here, and those green 20s are not in the vanilla game. What they are is replacement for some of the upgrade items that are not available in hard mode. So things like silver arrows, the mail upgrades, one of the shield upgrades, and one of the sword upgrades are all things that you will find have turned into big 20s. And I think with that being so early, we could expect that probably to be a mail upgrade. Unless the randomization was really weird and that was supposed to be silver arrows.
Yeah, that would be kind of crazy. Yeah. We did find silver arrows here 3 minutes in the game, but we have seen weird things when it comes to the randomizer here. And just the one small thing you left out here is we're going to be capped off at 14 hearts here. We're going to see a grand total of 16 heart pieces, 7 heart containers, for a grand total of 14. So this game, I mean, it throws you some curveballs. You got to be ready for them. So
absolutely. But with the quality of runner that we have in the bracket phase here, almost everybody's going to know how to get through, Dark World on low hearts, which is one thing they remind everybody, and I always like to remind people of this, is that the game does not care how many hearts you have when you go into Dark World. It still hits as if, you have completed the vanilla progression and gone through 3 dungeons and got hearts and mail upgrades and all that stuff. Game does not really change and get easier for you if you go into the Dark World with green mail, 3 hearts, and no sword.
Yeah, I don't think our wonderful admins would allow that to happen in this race here. If they would manage to make the game easier, I think we would make it even more tougher. Because who knows what kind of sadistic things that our admin can think of for next year's tournament. But I don't even want to start thinking about that yet. I've been thoroughly enjoying watching as much races as I can here. Here we are now in the back of Escape here. Gotta wait until we get down here to the snakes here before we can find out if we're going to get those bombs here. And nothing yet.
Yes, indeed. And hello to SpeedGaming too. I know they've just finished up a match over there. So hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here for this exciting Game 3.
Yeah, it looks like we are not going to be finding any bombs here, so we're going to have to make our way back to the back here, these 3 chests in the back of Escape, and there are going to be 3 items here, so hopefully nothing too important.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to get a bomb drop today. The arrow will make it not difficult to go ahead and take care of the rats, and still not getting those bomb drops. We're just going to skip it for now. We'll come on back.
Yeah, so we kind of look at what we got here in Escape so far. Nothing too exciting. We did find a green 20, as we talked about earlier, and we just found a regular 20. So 40 rupees here so far, unless we get something here in the Sanctuary chest. I think most of them would probably starting here. And speaking of the red 20.
Yes, we
I
do.
think we're going to see a Kakariko check here with a lot of our runners.
Yeah, probably what we'll see here, Band, is what we see a lot of is kind of a route up to Lost Worlds first, do those checks up there, and then down to Kakariko. With an optional check of Lumberjack Ledge if you so want to. And seeing azder kind of take that expected path here at the start. 2 Lost Woods checks, get those out of the way. We'll see what Jet does. Jet's kind of going. Looks like maybe going to do some additional checks up here. So maybe Jet will do the Lumberjack Ledge check as well. Got to avoid the murder birds. And big 300 inside the Thieves Hut there in Lost Woods.
Yeah, it's always kind of nice to see here the Lumberjack check a little bit early here. And looks like the crowd, they're just giving some rupees and looks like some blue rupees there for the level 2 treat here. And, oh, there's our bombs. Oh, in both places.
Indeed. And there's our pendant check as well, yeah. Our map check.
I saw we have 3 crystals, 5, 6 at desert.
Yeah, that is indeed correct. Nice eye there, Bandman. That's exactly what I saw. So we've got regular crystals at Hera and Eastern and a 5-6 crystal at Desert Palace. So those will all be dungeon clears. And that does mean, I believe, that Eastern is well within play here. And with the bow, I would kind of assume that it might be something you want to go check out.
Now that we know that, how quick would you be if you were running right now to go clear out Eastern? Would you clear it right after you did your typical Kakariko South Shore, or would you just check out Kakariko and go to Eastern?
I think Kakariko South Shore Eastern Palace is probably the wise decision here. You just kind of wrap that all into one big loop essentially here. And of course, we're gonna have enough money now. Got way more than enough money to get the bottle vendor, the bug net showing up as well.
All right, so now we can go take down our favorite magician if we want to, swag style. And here we are making our way here into the well here on azder's side. 5 items in here. What do we got here? So another red 20. More bombs. Bombs. Oh, 300. Okay, so now we got plenty of money to make our way to the Zora area once we find some gloves, or we can just do a fake flipper after we check Ice Rod Cave.
Ooh, there's a hammer. Ooh. Hello.
Okay, so there's 1/3 of our Dark World access here with that hammer. Also, finally do have an attack weapon. Gonna do that tempered sword damage here.
Big sword damage, tiny little hitbox.
Yeah, that it does. Doesn't matter which way you look. Gonna take sometimes unless you are seasoned at it, gonna take a couple swipes to finally kill what you're looking for. Oh, we got the arrow of destiny there in the back of the tavern.
Very important that we find that. Very, very important, especially since we have the bow. One extra arrow.
So here we are. We're getting pretty close to finally clearing out Kakariko here. And ooh, looked like that was a sword there. There in the library.
Ooh. Well, that may or may not be too important here. It's going to depend kind of on where the boots are first and foremost, and kind of where everything shuffles out as far as the other swords. If you get a Master Sword, if you get Master Sword only, you're kind of good to go. Now, keep in mind that if we get all 3 sword upgrades, that sword on the bookshelf turns into a big 20. So it's not as if the swords are like 3 of them are only placed here, and then 1 of them's placed as a 20. The way it works is all 4 sword upgrades are placed within the world, I believe, and then there's a medallion. I couldn't see which medallion that was. I thought it might have been Bombos, but I wasn't 100% sure.
Looked like Quake.
Okay, might have been Quake, but I did see a medallion on the island. But yeah, once you get all of the upgrades for items that still have upgrades that you can grab, the last item will turn into a big 20. But I would assume that, given everything, unless it's absolutely necessary, I don't think we're going to see them go ahead and get that sword off the library ledge.
Yeah, the only time they would be that. Ooh, there's your Bombos.
Yeah, there we go.
The arrows.
I was mistaken. Yes.
Yeah, I think the only time they'd probably pick that up is if somehow we get back into the dark world and we have the mirror, and after we check the dig game. Probably the only time I'd ever check it. So. So both players here, they're foregoing the South Shore checks, going straight into Eastern Palace here.
Not a bad idea.
And both runners have checked pretty much the exact same thing. The only difference so far between these 2 runners has been that Jet has checked Lumberjack while azder has not. But we all know that that is nothing. It was just some bombs. So.
Oh, just a small correction here. It will still appear as a sword if it appears the gold sword if they get all 3 swords, but it will turn into a big 20 when they pick it up. So I just had that a little bit backwards. My apologies on that, everyone. And yes, I saw some debate in chat about who's the winner of this race phase. Obscure Life Form will be the opponent in round 3 here, having beaten Duel Ninja 2-0 in their round 2 matchup.
And if we kind of look at how both our runners did get here, azder did beat Act the Boker here in first round 2-1, while Jet defeated 2C 2-1, both of them in their first round games here. azder finished second in Group J, beating Orange twice, 2-1 and 2-0 respectively, but losing to Relkin. And then Jet actually won his group. He beat Ben Teasy 2-1, and he beat Tedo also 2-1 to win his group. So as we look here in Eastern, so far we've just found dungeon items here, the map, the compass, and the big key.
Yep, and of course I'm also again being chat with a second correction that I was in fact right the first time around. There's the fire rod in the big chest, but yeah, apparently the bow is the only one. The bow does do that, as we described it, where it shows up as a bow and turns into the 20 rupees afterwards. The other ones just will turn into 20 rupees and display that way. So I have managed to confuse myself there, but thanks to chat for straightening me out again and letting me know I was correct on that. But yeah, fire rod is good. That's actually within logic here. Keep in mind that the fire rod does allow you to light the torches in the back area here of Eastern Palace. So yeah, we're still well within logic at this point.
Yeah, the only chest that is not in logic is the vanilla big key chest. We do not have the lantern, but yeah, everything else is in logic. You are absolutely correct there. And I mean, we got 2 more items left here, but like they said, these dark rooms are not a big deal to both of these runners here. They can do them all. These are one of the more easier dark rooms of the match here.
Yeah, these are. Oh, go ahead.
I would say Adam needs to be a little careful. You're down to 1 heart here. Well, oh no, he's not going to drop down and get the fairies there.
Yeah. There we go. That's where that torch comes into play. Just got to be really careful. Gets a key, and up the stairs we go. And yeah, Jet at 1.5 hearts. So both of them clipping through to get the pot and the switch, which does take a little bit of life away from you, but is kind of the faster way of doing that.
Yeah, so here we are. We're about 2 rooms away here from taking on Armos Knights here on azder's side. What weapon do you want to see here? Do you want to see another attack weapon here to put on our tracker here, or something else?
I think you'd like to see Moon Pearl at this point, or gloves. You want something that's going to help you go to more places and check more things, and kind of open up locations that might otherwise have been locked away, so that you're not thinking, "Oh, great, I got to go to shovel." That's even worse.
That's
fetch
even
quest.
Worse. Fetch quest item number 1. Oh my goodness. I don't know how I feel about this one being an early part of the game. But then again, we really can't do a whole lot at this point right now. Just the South Shore. Check all those checks. Check Ice Rod Cave. We can do a fake flipper to Zora. We got Agina before we get into out of logic stuff on Death Mountain.
Yeah, we're going to see azder go do that shovel check right now. I don't disagree with this play. You know, it's harder to get this routed in late, and with the shovel showing up so early, you kind of want to go ahead and just check this now. You've got to think that it's got to be something with the limited number of locations you can check right now within logic that the game's kind of expected you to go check the shovel spot once you get the shovel after completing Eastern Palace. And yeah, that's the glove.
There's our first glove there in our game here. So that is now 2/3 of our Dark World access here. And Chad's asking if show is in logic. Yes, it is. And the reason why is because we have that fire rod. That fire rod allows us to light the torch there after you open up the big key door there in Eastern Palace. So yeah, definitely logic.
I was gonna say, as they're going back to the sewer chests here, that's now within logic because of the fact that you now have the gloves to open up the grave there and fall through the hole, and a bunch of junk.
And nothing important there in the back of escape here, so didn't miss too much there on the first go through of the sewers. And now it looks like Jet's going to check the exact same thing. Going to go do the back of escape while azder going to go check South Shore. Now, here's the big question, though. Since we don't really have a whole lot left, how quick are you to go check Agina?
I think it makes sense to check it. You want to go ahead and get all these locations squared away first and foremost. Just hope that nothing's got the Moon Pearl that you're going to skip.
Because we are just a Moon Pearl away from getting our Dark World access, or finding our mitts to get our Dark World access that way. And it seems like in this tournament, sometimes these one-off locations is what ends up being. And there's our sword. Okay, so that's our second sword that we've found so far here in the game. So that library now turns into the Master Sword once we get the boots.
Absolutely. And you kind of have to wonder beyond, do we find the boots here shortly? And does that start making people think if you find like boots, if you go in the main Moldorm cave here and you find boots lantern, are you now thinking, oh shoot, this is Aghanim seed and I'm gonna have to go up there to get my Moon Pearl?
I think Lantern's gonna have to get found here pretty soon, just for the fact that we didn't have it for Eastern Palace. That was being a regular crystal. I would think that's got to be sometime soon. But I would love to find the boots here more than anything, just so I can go get that master sword.
Mushroom, though. That's a mushroom turning. And the bottle. Okay, so that's 2 more checks. That's 2 more checks.
So, yeah, fetch quest item here, start the game. That's kind of been the story here so far, the beginning part of the game, getting our fetch quest. Shovel led to the glove with a mushroom, with a bottle to sick kid. Give us anything important?
Yeah, this game is definitely making fetch happen here, so no need to worry about that.
So let's see here. Ice Rod Cave, is it anything important today? Will this give us progression? Or we're going to have to go check maybe Zora or Agina, because Zora is now in Logic. Ooh, just a blue rupee there. So if we look at our items here, that what we can get that's in Logic, that would be the mushroom is available. We got bottle with sick kid. And then we also have our Agina check. And it looks like as we're going to go turn in that mushroom right away. So trying to set up this fake flipper here. There you go. Nicely done on the second or third attempt there. Going to go turn that mushroom. What do you want to see, Neon? What's the item you want to see here on the mushroom?
As a runner or as a commentator? Because these are two complete. As a runner, Moon Pearl. As a commentator, book.
Book.
Send them on a further fetch quest.
I have to. I know I haven't seen that fetch quest to a fetch quest to a fetch quest yet. Right. So. Oh, and Jet gonna do some fake flippers here.
Oh,
it's the mirror.
Yeah, mirror. Oh, okay. Yeah, Jet busting out the fake flipper there.
Okay, so he's going to give us our hobo check here, possibly go into Zora. So that mirror now gives us logical access into Tower of Hera. That is now fully completable.
Yes, it is. Azder is just going to hook it up here, but the normal way, without the flippers.
And just a heart container there on the hobo. And on Zora's leg, just another 50 rupees here. So hopefully Zora has what we need.
So have a question in chat. Very important theoretical question as we get the Zora check here. Let's see. Jet's just going to come up this way. Let's see here. As they're going to get the King Zora check. What's it going to be? Piece of heart.
Ooh, and yeah, Jet skipping the waterfall ferry. Oh, well, he didn't have the Moon Pearl, so he can't do it. And Chad did ask the question, is Death Mountain in Logic? Actually, no, it is not. It is not in Logic because you need the lamp or the flute for that Logic to be in access.
Right. There's a check we haven't seen yet, which Sick Kid. Maybe Sick Kid's got the lamp. Or Moon Pearl or whatever. But I think we'll see.
I was going to go up the mountain here, so.
Yeah, I think we're going to see the play here because this is a pretty simple dark room as well to go through. We'll see them go check the mountain first before we see a Sick Kid check, but we will see Sick Kid before they go to Aga. I think without a doubt.
Oh, yeah, you're absolutely right there. And Jet, is Jet going to make the Agina play here? Or is this good? No, never mind. It's going to be the mushroom play here.
Right, yep. Set up the flipper as well here. And just do the exact same thing that Aster did a little earlier. Old man, what do you have for us today? Ooh, just a piece of heart. And is Aster... No. Just enough pixel gap there to get through without being dead rock. Okay,
so if we kind of take a look back right now with what we have, we do still have fetch quest items still need to check here with our bottle with Sick Kid. There's the mirror for Jet. Gonna buy some blue potion. It looks like that was a heart container on Spectacle Rock. Anything in it? Nope, just 10 arrows. So where is Jet gonna go? Where would you go with these items right now? Would you go check your Sick Kid item, or would you go up the mountain?
I think it's probably going to be a mountain play. There's just more to check up there. And plus, you can get into Hera, so it's not within logic. But yeah, if you're just assuming that lamp is at one of those locations, then you're not going to really bother going after it until you need to.
Oh, and there's our first item of Tower of Hera, was a heart container down that first basement here. Now the question is, are we going to find a big key or a small key here? And it is the big key, so don't have to worry about the basement just yet with the coffee break here. Tower of Hera does just have the one item here. We have 3 more checks that we can check here.
Of course,
Tower of Hera.
Yeah, of course, not the hook shot as well. We're not going to see the Hera pot because you can't clip into the pot without that. So,
yeah, whoever found that glitch is quite amazing, especially for as old as this game is, 30 plus years old, and we're still finding glitches in it. So there is our first dungeon item here, or no, that's our second dungeon item here of Tower of Hera. Nice little bomb jump here.
Here's a small key. We've got 50-50 shot here now, but at least we know that the small key is not locked inside the downstairs chest. So that's why you gotta be thorough and check all these things. But we'll get a hammer out. Yep, makes sense. Oh, actually, Jet gone into Dark World there. Gets a check.
Looks like Skull Woods is our other 5-6. They look like Tower of Hera was our red pendant, and I did not get to see any of the others.
Yeah, Turtle Rock.
I'm sure Shadow help us there.
Yeah, Turtle Rock. I think we had a green pendant, Thieves Town. Up, yeah, there we go. Chat's got it already. Turtle Rock had. So yes, Turtle Rock.
Green pendant.
And then
Skull Woods red 5-6 Turtle Rock Ice Rod.
Thieves Town green pendant.
Thieves Town, sorry.
Yeah, and then the other 2 pendants are Turtle Rock and Ice Palace, and Skull Woods have the red crystal.
So there we go, 26.5 minutes here. We did get our second crystal there of Tower of Hera. We did get an item. Unfortunately, I did not get a chance to see it. I was kind of preoccupied with the map, but I'm going to assume, since chat did not explode, I'm going to assume it was probably nothing. And on the floating island, just some bombs here.
Yeah, we do have all these checks to make on East South Mountain. This is why this is probably the play we're going to see before you do Sick Kid. Just, the one location versus all of these items, a Paradox Cave and Spiral Cave to check. So,
worthwhile play. 1 versus 9. So 1 versus 9 makes a lot of sense here. Spiral Cave, just a heart container. And Jet here, now 1 floor away from taking on his Moldorm fight. Gonna have his second crystal here. I mean, right now, this is still a very tight game here between these 2 runners here. Jet has just checked a few more locations than what azder has.
Yep, and azder. I was gonna say azder accidentally going into the wrong cave entrance. But now he's in the right one.
And it looked like that was just some money there that was on Moldorm there, so nothing too exciting. 2 of those both are items, so don't have to go do the check there in the basement. So 2020 here so far in the top of Paradox Cave, their heart container, green 20, and another 20. So
all right, well, That's kind of a good news, bad news situation because good news, you got all that cleared. Bad news, you didn't really find anything. So mountain being essentially empty of anything. Yeah, that means start last location checking items and get ready to go fight Aga if you don't find anything here. Oof.
Yeah, because right now, I mean, we just got a couple of one-off locations here with Sick Kid and Agina. And other than that, there's really not a whole lot we can do. I mean, we can't get into Castle Tower yet. Need the Master Sword, Boots, or the Cape. So what is Sick Kid? What has he got for us today? Just another 50 rupees here. So Agina, maybe the call here.
Yeah, I think we'll see azder go out and check that real quick here.
I'm just looking over my notes here, and it looks like that's really about it. I mean, there's going to have to be a Gina here. The rest of it's all in the dark world. We pretty much cleared everything here in the light world.
Yep.
That we can get to, anyways. We don't have access to Magic Bat or Pet or any of that good stuff quite yet. That could always change.
Right. So we also know that it's not going to be Lamp here. I believe.
Yeah. So this is probably either got to be either Mitts, Moon Pearl, or possibly the Cape or Boots.
Yeah, you really got to think it's got to be either book. Actually, I would say maybe book.
Or even logic. Could be the books get into desert.
Open up desert or Boots to get the second sword. Could be flippers. Very low chance, but it could be. What's going to be?
So what do we got here?
Moon Pearl.
Moon Pearl.
Okay. That's Dark World access. There we go.
So 31 minutes here into the race. Finally getting our Dark World access here. So, and it looks like azder going to go here straight to Hype Cave out of Link's house. Is this normally your first one you check here, Neon, or you like to go to the north of Kakariko to start Dark World?
You know, I think it's dependent on how you like it, but this is a frequently visited play. I see a lot of people as soon as they get that Dark World access to save and quit back to Link's house. You go through that portal. And then, actually, azder's going to skip Hype Cave for now. But yeah, you go through that portal and you.
Yeah, he needs bombs.
Yeah, that's why I skipped it for now. He needs bombs. But yeah, Hype Cave is usually the first play we see because it's such a high density location that's so easily accessible on your initial Dark World dip. It just makes so much sense to go get this checked and then kind of venture out from there.
All right, so what's Hype Cave got us so far? So just a heart piece. There's
Shield,
our first shield, the blue boomerang,
the flute,
and a 50.
Nice.
So that right there now finally gives us our logical Death Mountain access here. So all those non-useless items we found on Death Mountain leads to nothing.
Great. So all that really does is just lead us to checking those things eventually within logic. So it's not too big of an issue here. We're not wildly out of logic, but we will see a flute check here. Stumpy, of course, can be the first thing I think we check for azder, and Jet's gonna follow up as well. Big 300.
Man, we are in the money in this game, man. Was that the third or fourth 300 rupees we have found so far here in the race?
Yeah. I feel like there's a song that goes with this, like, you know, if you were a rich seed. I'm not singing it. I'm not singing that song from Fiddler on the Roof. 1, DMCA. 2, I'm a terrible singer, so I'm saving y'all from that, okay? But nothing there in K45. Just the quick little bit of junk, and azder's going to be heading over to Dig Game, it looks like.
Yeah, checking out the reverse order here of our Smith chain here on azder side. Looks like Jet going for the pod play here. Very interesting play here, possibly for Jet here. Okay, check out pod here.
Yeah, you know what? Not a bad call. Not a bad call. Item dense dungeon that you can go through and complete a lot of right now. So, I wouldn't be shocked if azder heads over there shortly too, because he's gonna be locked from actually going up into Kakariko, not the Kakariko Village of Outcasts, because of the fact that he's actually gonna get the flute. Okay, that's a nice decision as well. This works out. Both plays work out a little bit here. Yeah, without the Titan's Mate, you're not going to be able to go directly to Village of Outcasts. So, we get the flute as well, which will help a little bit with progression. But Jet choosing being able to clear a crystal dungeon and the item density of Palace of Darkness.
Yeah, gonna find ourselves 5 items here with a lot of keys here. Total of 6 keys here in all of Palace of Darkness. We are going to guarantee to find at least 4 of them here in the front, 6 chests here. And there's our first key. So we are not bow locked here on this one. While azder, he flutes away, and it looks like he's going to go to the pod play as well. So again, both runners kind of just checking the exact same thing as the others done, just in a little bit different order here. Jet has checked a couple more places compared to what azder has done. But we are very even so far between these 2 runners here in this decisive game number 3. The winner of this race will go take on Obscure Lifeform in round number 3. And currently we do have our defending I believe it's 2019. I don't think it's 2020, 2019 champion with Jet082 versus azder here. Very good race so far. Good tournaments here between both of these runners. There's key number 2.
Yeah, of course we are now seeing azder going here. Not too much of a shock. Kind of blocked from doing a lot of other things. Not able to go in the swamp. Not able to do Ice Palace at this point, really. So, House of Darkness it is, and you would have to assume that there is something that will give us progression here because we're kind of locked out of everything else. So, there's a big key.
There's our big key. So, here's my question for you now, Neon. Now that you have the big key, you have an extra key. We're going to be finding probably at least a couple more here. There's key number 3. Once we check the bow lock side, are you going to go straight to the boss, or do you go check the back?
You go check the back.
What do you normally do?
I would say I'm of the as a runner, and this was why I'm so slow. I'm trying to be very thorough and not leave a whole lot of things behind. I try to route efficiently and effectively. So I'm going to go back, and Jet's going to do the same thing here because there's so much stuff in the back that. Doesn't really make sense that you're going to skip it right now to go bomb rush King Helmasaur.
Gotcha. It just seems like it's a very interesting routing with people when they run this race, and hard to believe, but that's our first item of the race here was that heart piece that Jet just found. And it looks like azder going to do the same thing as Jet is, so he's going to go check the back. There's our map. Here in Dark Maze, and the top chest, he's just about there, and just a second item there with the big red 20. So here we are now in the turtle room. There's key number 5. So are we going to get the blessing here of not having to go into Harmless Hellway? Let's see here. This is our compass.
I don't think so. Oh, we did
our
find
mix.
Yeah, MIT. So that's that progression we were talking about a little bit earlier. And I was gonna say, man, like, no, of course not. We're gonna have to go in. We're gonna have to go in there and get some stuff because this seed's a troll, and why wouldn't we? Oh,
Ooh.
yeah. Great call on checking that. King of Samaria. Wow. Wow.
You called that one right there. You said the game was going to be a troll, and that's exactly what we just got.
Yeah, that's super nice here too, because now you can use that to immediately set up a block and just not have to worry about pushing that stupid statue all the way over.
That's always a great find here. Finding our Cane of Samaria, finding our mix here. So if we kind of look at the items we need here to finish out the game, we're going to need whatever medallion we need to get into Misery Mire. We need to find the flippers for Swamp Palace. And that's really about it, if my deduction is correct. Just 2 more items. So whatever medallion... Oh, hookshot. Can't forget the hookshot.
Yep. Need hookshot. I was about to mention hookshot, flippers. We've got with flute mirror mitt to go back way into Desert Palace as well, so we don't necessarily need the Book of Medora anymore, but never know. We could need it if we have to go up on a tablet to get something, which not uncommon.
I mean, we do know where our second sword is at there at the library. Unfortunately, we do need the boots for that. And now here we are, Jet here on a King Helmet Sword fight. And I always like to ask the question, are you a hammer or a bombs guy here on King Helmet Sword?
Oh, hammer if you got it. It's so much easier to set up. Bombs are... It's not tricky, but it just takes so much longer. I feel like if you could do the hammer, do the hammer. Yeah, do hammer bow. I was gonna say. And one of the nice things about the King Helmet Sword fight, if you ever notice with the three fireballs he shoots out that split into the 4 fireballs on an X pattern, if you stand basically, if you picture it as a triangle and you basically stand, I can't think of, my math is failing me. If you basically stand in between the 2 fireballs directly below the top fireball, all the fireballs when they split out will go completely around. You don't have to worry about them. That's a little tip for those who might not know how to deal with that.
Very interesting. Right now, we did find a red boomerang at 41.5 minutes. Do have crystal number 3 here on Jet's side. So what's the play Jet's going to make here? Looks like he's going to make his way back to the Dark World here. Possibly do the reverse Smith chain like what azder did just a little bit earlier. And let's see. Yep, looks like that's what he's going to do here. So here we are, Neon. We've already seen what both runners have done. What's our next play? Are you going to possibly go into Green Pendant Thieves Town, or are you going to maybe go try jumping into something else?
So the smart money here for my own experience, my own experience both commentating and running. I think Jet's play will be, do the checks that we saw azder do before, and azder will probably kind of head back up this way as well. Go up, Village of Outcasts, first 4, Thieves Town, Skull Woods. I think that's probably the decision we'll see here. Unless there's something that tells you to go deeper into Thieves Town, which I think we'll probably just get first 4.
Yeah, that does seem to be the common. Yeah, it does seem to be the common play when it comes to Thieves Town, Green Pendant, Thieves Town. I mean, granted, with on Jet side, routing could be a little bit easier. Ooh, as they're making a Misery Mire play here.
Yeah, it doesn't actually have, like, even if he could open this up with bombos, he doesn't have either the boots or the hook shot to get across the gap. But we will get a small bit of it's bombos. Yeah, you can open it up.
We can open it.
But yeah, this will be. You could do Desert Palace and Checkerboard Cave, as well as the shed here.
So Meyer said 2 items here. We have ourselves just 10 arrows and our second bottle here. This time it's a bee in a bottle here. Wow, looks like Jet now going to possibly do Smith Chain here. Going to pick him up.
Yeah. Okay.
And turn him in. We got the hammer and the mirror. Can do that along with hammer pegs, while azder now going into Desert Palace. Going to find out how seriously we need the boots in this seed.
Yeah, this is a smart decision as well, because we know we have one item that could be needed but is sitting on a bookshelf. So do you need the boots? Answer is yeah.
Yep, we need the boots. So big key there on the torch here. In hammer pegs, we got ourselves just 10 arrows.
Yep,
so
and
nothing important there.
Small key is in the small chest, so azder will be able to go clear right side at least. But this is good. This is good intelligence to have. Just knowing for your routing purposes. Okay, do I need to spend time looking for boots? And the answer is yeah. Meanwhile, Jet is progressing here.
Oh, he's doing a mirror bonk. Looks like check the.
Yep.
So just a compass there and just a single ruby. Wow.
Yeah, it worked though. I mean, it worked. But he's gonna be able to pick up purple chest and yep.
So as they're now going to check out Checkerboard Cave here, this be our item that we need, and it is just some bombs. In the brewery, what do we got here? It looks like that was just a heart piece.
Yeah, it was just a heart piece. Wasn't anything of super value.
That's kind of hard to believe. We look at our runners here, we're here 46 minutes here. Jet with 12 heart containers, while azder does have 10.
And azder's now going to Village of Outcasts as well. So some of these checks that we've seen Jet make will not be made by azder. As at the same time, C-shaped house now for Jet. Yeah,
and just another piece of heart. And if I remember correctly, they can actually go into Thieves Town, and when they come out, the chest should still be there waiting on them. If I remember correctly, I will need confirmation of that one. And nice routing here on Jet's side here, using that mirror and gonna activate his flute.
I wouldn't be surprised if he flips right over to number 7 as well, and goes and turns in that purple chest.
Yeah, that we could do. And here's my question for you: how quickly would you go back up Death Mountain for a second time? I mean, granted, we can't do Hookshot Cave, but we can kind of clear out everything else.
I don't know that without the hook shot right now. I don't necessarily know that it's high priority. That being said, hookshot can be in Hookshot Cave. I many moons ago I lost a tournament race because I did not know that at the time, and it is mean. But we need boots to be able to get to that chest in the first place. So still, that would be a boots lock location as well.
Jet now here in the Mire area, seeing that he does have Bombo, so he can't open it, but just like azder, he cannot complete the area. And I have not been watching anything on Thieves Town. I just saw that we found the big key and 10 arrows, so I did not see what was in the first 2 chests here. So, but again, I didn't see chat light anything up, so I'm going to assume it was probably nothing.
Yeah, it wasn't really too much, unfortunately, in there. It was a lot of trying to trying to keep an eye on Jet while also looking at azder and not get cross-eyed here. But yeah, it wasn't really a whole lot there. First floor check, not uncommon, especially with Thieves' Town being pendant. It's going to be one of those dungeons that you're not going to explore too much if you don't have to, and azder's going to check Lumberjack Ledge now, just to be safe.
Okay, ooh, there's another heart piece there on Bumper Ledge.
Or not, he's actually just going to go ahead and just check Bumper Cave Ledge. Okay.
It looks like we're going to get a Skullwoods check as well here.
Yeah, wouldn't be shocked if we see the Skullwoods clear. We do have Fire Rod, so that's within possibility of being cleared. But you know, Hammer Moth is not the most fun. Not the most fun.
Yeah,
definitely. You gotta do it at some point, probably. Oh, azder, just a little too far forward. Yeah.
Yeah, Hammer Moth, not the funnest fight in the world here, especially with Green Mail. Skullwoods, that's our first item of Skullwoods. One more to go. Just a heart piece there in Skullwoods here. But as you did say, it is fully completable there with the Fire Rod. And Jet noping out of Desert Palace here. Since he does not have the boots, cannot get the big key to go face Landmoss. And it looks like now this is going to be Thieves' Town and the Skullwoods play for Jet. There's our map and Skullwoods there in the vanilla big key chest. While azder looks like he's going to make his way straight to the back here. Got one item left here. Kind of a good call. Might as well, if you got one item, always do Skullwoods back to front. So here's an interesting question for you. How quickly are you to check that bridge chest right there? Do you do that before Moth or after Moth?
I feel like it's just runner preference. I would say after is okay, because you want to get the situation really is you want to get that Moth clear done first, especially when you have the items that you do have right now for these two runners not having a whole lot to you don't have half magic, you've got barely any magic. Jet's gonna go ahead and check it early. You do have mirrors, so you don't have to worry about. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I would say azder needs to be careful here. He's only got about, looks like 2 Fire Rod shots, but doing a great job here of getting the hammer hits in, and I believe he's got one more hit left here on Mothula with that hammer. Doing a great job of avoiding all these spikes.
Oh yeah, this is some tough stuff. He's getting those sword spins in as well. I think it's kind of, especially with 1.5 hearts and no safeties right now. You just gotta try. There we go.
There we go.
Whew, okay.
Very nicely done on that one between. Oh, there's our last bottle. So there you go. That now clears out Skullwoods of Fairy in a bottle. So right there, 52 minutes. That's crystal number 4.
Yeah, that's
for azder. And is that the second of the 5-6 crystals that we have done?
I believe
correct?
So. Yes.
No, Desert Palace.
The other one's at Desert. That's right. But yeah, I think that's the trade-off you make for not clearing that early chest, is that if the item's on Moth, you just save yourself quite a bit of time.
Yeah, and just like that, Jet, just under 53 minutes, takes down Moth. That's crystal number 4. So both these runners going back and forth here of who I guess you could say is in the lead here in the race. Kind of still a little too early to determine who our leader is in this race. I mean, I know I'm thoroughly enjoying this race here between two of the top runners here.
I am as well. This has been a really, really solid and really fun race. See, it's been a little bit rude. It's been great, and just jumping in, asking. It's been a bit of a rude seed. It has been a bit of a rude seed. Mostly just through not giving them a bomb early, so they had to come back and do the escape checks for a bunch of junk. And a couple things are boots locked, and we haven't sniffed boots at this point.
Yeah, now as they're picking up Jeremiah here, going to do the hammer pegs, going to probably do the purple chest here. Unfortunately, not going to find a whole lot here in the rest of this chain that he did earlier. And there's the second item for Jet, and he is noping out here. So if you are Jet, what's the play here? Are you going to go do the front four as well in the Thieves' Town because he has not done that yet? Or are you going to go maybe someplace else?
I think we're going to get the check. First and foremost, I think we'll get the check here of bumper ledge for Jet. And then we'll be getting kind of interesting to see, do we get the graveyard ledge check? Graveyard ledge in King's Tomb.
Well, not to play devil's advocate here, but we kind of look like what we've cleared, what we haven't cleared. The green pin in Thieves' Town. I mean, that's four items plus the green pin, so that's 5 items in total. If we got another near Graveyard Ledge and King's Tomb, are you more than likely to finish up Thieves' Town?
You have to look at it. You have to look at the logic of what's even available right now. Turtle Rock is no. You don't want to have to go into TR. Let's just leave it at that. If you don't want to. Thieves' Town is kind of open if you want to go do it. Obviously, that green pendant is going to help out quite a bit. Mire, we still need something to be able to get us across the gap before we can go into there. Desert Palace obviously need the boots for that. So.
Oh, we're getting to see a Kern jump here. I had totally forgotten about Catfish.
Yeah. You're exactly right, man. That's a great call here by Jet to get this, because this is a location that's pretty hard to get to sometimes, especially when you've done early checks.
Oh, it looks like azder going to go make here the Thieves' Town play here. Going to finish up the back end. We did only find the one item here in the front here, so we got 3 more checks left while we get Catfish on Jet's side.
Yeah, because looking at what's in Logic right now, Swamp's not in Logic, Ice Palace not in Logic, Fire not in Logic, Desert Palace not in Logic. So you're basically like dungeon-wise, you've got overworld checks, finishing Thieves' Town, the hook shot.
Oh no!
Wow. Well, maybe not totally. We'll have to see what azder finds here, but wow, that's Jet just finding the hook shot at Catfish. Oh, yep.
Wow. And that's a one-off location that's going to be hard to go back to. And it looks like Jet tried to do a splash deletion to get into the Waterfall Ferry, which he did not do earlier when he was up here in the Zora area. But with that hook shot, now he's going to go check out the Dark Death Mountain now.
Yep, and also manned Misery Mire is open, so
yes, it is.
That's now a possibility here for Jet.
Yeah, so we can clear out Misery Mire. So the only thing we really need to go into go mode, we need those boots, we need the flippers. That's it. So we're looking for our shoes. Don't get to say that very often, but we're looking for both pairs of our shoes today.
I may as well call this Seed Payless because we're going shoe shopping. Yeah.
You are right on it. Is this one of the buy one get one free sales that's going on here in this game today?
Well, we'll see if they're right next to each other. Yeah, maybe so. But just some rupees and the bombs in Super Bunny Cave for Jet.
Yeah, and in the basement. Oh, there's our flippers. Oh my goodness, flippers are in the basement of Thieves' Town.
Wow. Okay. Well, both runners making calls here that pay off for them. So this is going to be really interesting, is because who's going to check the other one's location next? I feel like you would feel like that Jet would probably get, I think, first corralled into clearing out Thieves Town before azder maybe goes up and checks that one off location at Catfish.
Oh, yeah, I think you're absolutely right on that one. And so right now, not a whole lot we found in Paradox Cave or Hookshot Cave here. Did not see what our pendant medallion was, and it is Quake. Quake is our medallion that we need for TR. Saw that on the replay, and Jet making his way now west of top of Death Mountain. Is this possibly a Spike Cave check?
I would believe so. I think Spike Cave is the decision here from Jet, just to get this off the table. It's the last location up on the mountain that he hasn't checked yet that he can get to. So, in a way, I think it makes some logical sense to check this right now. You have that blue goo and a fairy in a bottle, so it should be okay. I'd be able to even just walk to the end here at this point.
Yeah, so azder just a little over 59 minutes does get the green pennant. Ooh, there's half magic there at Spike Cave.
Uh-oh. I think azder may be dipping into the Swamp Palace here. No, maybe not. I don't know.
I'm surprised he didn't go check in that green pennant that he had just won. So with azder, where is he going now? Maybe his Catfish check here on azder's side. I believe it probably is because, or no, he's Ice Palace.
Ice Palace, yeah. Which, ooh. No, he's going on
Lake Holly Island. This will be the Quake medallion.
Yep. Oh, well, we'll see here if this is Ice Palace. It's possible. No, he's gonna go
Waterfall Ferry.
Okay. Hope that maybe reminds him of Catfish. I hope it reminds him Catfish is still on the table.
Yeah, he's orphaning Catfish, and there's the books and the magic. So you talk about a fetch quest cave going on right there. Holy cow! And he is azder fluting out, going to 5. Yep, going to 5. Going to go turn in that green pendant here.
Yep.
Right now, azder kind of one-offing Catfish right now. Needs that hook shot. There's our first item of Misery Miner, 300 rupees. I think that's probably the last one. We've seen just quite a few of those today. So our Saha item, what does he give us today?
20.
Just a red 20. Nothing important there.
So I'm trying to think through the logic here. Boots could be not bad. I don't think you need them for Ice Palace, Turtle Rock, or Thieves Town.
Well, that would be nasty. I've seen it happen before, but goodness gracious, that would be nasty. And Chad kind of pointed this up. Is this a TR dip here for azder? I mean, he's going up there. He went out of his way to get the Quake medallion. Possibly check Spike Cave first. And no, he is not. He's just going to bypass it. I mean, technically, that cave is out of logic. Do not have the invincibility item we need. Don't have the cave. Don't have the Kingdom Burna. But we do have our potions, though, so we can do it. There's our compass and Misery Mire. And let's say Couch Cash there on the Ether tablet. And no, suddenly become invincible. So would that be or invisible? So that would be our cape that's on the Ether tablet. Interesting. And yeah, it looks like azder now making his way to TR while Jet here waiting at the cutscene chest.
I think it's a
Misery Mire.
If it said invisible, then it's Canterburna. Invincible. It's a Canterburna. God, those two words are too close to each other.
Now, did it say invincible or did it say invisible?
I think it might have said invincible.
Okay, so we found both items here in Misery Mire. It's 300 rupees and a heart piece. So Jet is now making his way straight to Vitreous, and no, he is not. He is noping out, which is kind of a surprise a little bit. Maybe the dark rooms. I mean, technically, Vidi is out of logic because we do not have the lamp. But then again, fighting Vitreous with 30 arrows and fighter sword, not the greatest idea. But yes, he did get both items out of Misery Mire. It was 300 rupees and a heart piece. So yeah, here's Jet now going into Thieves Town. Good call on him.
Yep.
So that's going to give him one of his shoes that he needs to give us our flippers.
And so the question really becomes, you know, where are them boots at? It's kind of a $1 million question right now, is who gets to them first? Not because they just make you go faster, but because we're going to need them to complete Desert Palace and therefore complete the game.
Yeah, I mean, right now boots can literally be anywhere in this game.
Except with location, so.
But
we know it's not at Bonk Rocks.
At Bonk Rocks and Kingston, yep. I mean, I haven't seen it in a while, but man, I would hate to think to see boots. Azder went the wrong way.
He did. He forgot he didn't have hook shot.
I mean, it's been a while. I mean, we have not. I have not seen Boots Ped Seed in quite a while.
Right, but he's gonna get this time. No, he's got it. So 1, 2, and then bloop. There we go.
There we go.
Just had to do it a second time. That was all. The ride of shame. I like that.
So what we got? There's our first key of TR and our second key. So.
Yep. So mirror back to the start. Pick up some more magic juice, and away we go. And Jet's gonna go ahead and do all the important things to get those flippers.
Now we got the big key, 2 small keys so far in TR. Kind of the nice thing about going to TR, we would have been stopped right away had we not had that fire rod. And Jet now inching closer here to finding his flippers. Don't have to worry about the big chest here in Thieves Town because the small key is locked in the big key chest. Or the big chest, sorry, but make sure I say that correctly.
So yeah, as far as Crystal Dungeons go, completion-wise, we do know that it's going to be a Godmire setup, so if Azder gets into go mode, all the stuff that Jet has checked is kind of negligible at this point, because they'll both basically be able to go to the back. We do know that both about even on Desert Palace checks, so that's not... There's no time gain or loss there. Swamp Palace is really the only one that's kind of there. He's going to have the powder and anti-fairy. Oh, get 2 of them. There we go.
Yeah, I mean, the big difference between the 2 runners is the fact that Jet went to Catfish to get that hook shot. So
yep,
that's about as far as we can.
I think Jet's going to Swamp Palace now. I think this is... Yep.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. He got those flippers and he noped out of there. Did not take the time to pick up the maiden to go defeat Blind. And we know as commentators and as fans watching that there's nothing important on either one of those.
Right. So the only situation where this hurts Jet is if it is ped boots, because you got to go back and beat that dungeon anyway. So, not a bad decision to make routing wise. You're just kind of playing the odds it's not ped, which are still at this point I think greater than the odds of it being ped. But you know, longer and longer we go into this seed without seeing those boots, the more and more clears that we get, the less and less likely that it's not boots becomes if we don't find it hanging out in like Mimic Cave or somewhere around here. Now Mimic Cave, if boots Mimic Cave, this could be a really nice play from azder. I don't think so. It's going to be here, but
let's see. Just a heart piece there in Mimic Cave. I think that would be kind of a really hard place to find those boots had it been there in Mimic Cave.
Right.
So, yeah, now Jet here into Ice Palace here. We do have 6 items here. We're still looking for... Ooh, there's our cape. So, there in TR. So, it looks like everybody was right. It looks like it was the Cane of Burner that's on the Ether Tablet. So...
Yep. Finally, Aga in logic. And just when we don't need him at all. But
I did not catch what was on that first chest there in Swamp Palace.
It was the map. Oh wait, yeah, it was the map is on the first chest, so just junk.
So going a little bit farther here into TR here. I unfortunately cannot beat it without that ice rod. We don't need it for this race today.
Right.
But we do have 2 items left here in TR. So maybe we'll get lucky here and find the 2 items that we need here on Laser Bridge. Good chance. I mean, it's 40% chance that we're going to find the 2 items that we need here. So there is our map. And these laser skips, man, there's our compass. So here we go. So we got either a small key or 2 items. So what do we got here? Oh, there's a small key. So there's going to be an item on Trinex.
Oh,
ooh, the Master Sword.
He's going to bomb out. I think he's just going to go ahead and say, you know, I can't complete this. Why bother?
All right, so there's our 3rd sword of the game. We still got 1 more remaining. I mean, we still have the one available in the library once we find the boots here.
Yep, so where does azder go at this point? Goes to 2. It's going to get a potion refill.
With the potion refill, especially blue, I'm kind of thinking he's going to go Ice Palace now.
I think so. He's gonna go ahead and fill that up. Probably, yeah. I still haven't seen that for Jet. We still haven't seen those boots.
Yeah, we haven't seen anything show up here in Swamp Palace, so we're gonna have to go clear full left side, make sure we don't leave any items behind. And as we're going back up the mountain, so maybe this is I would think because he got the blue potion, this might actually be his Spike Cave play, since he did find the cape there in TR.
Jet's gonna check left side. What do we got today? Big 20.
There's a green 20, so that's possibly some sort of heart container, heart piece, because he's at his 14 hearts. And second one, just some bombs. So nothing on the left-hand side that's important.
Great. We've only got I think like 3 more checks, maybe 4 with the big key.
We got 4 more items left here in Swamp House. We have not found the big key yet. So that's going to be in the back. And again, it's just going to kind of dumb it down to azder, how quickly azder will check Catfish, find that hook shot.
Yeah, so we know. So actually, a good call there from Yoash Taka mentioning that as we get a diver down here from Jet using the cane, Nicely done. Shield.
Dude, those are
Lamp.
shield and the lamp.
Okay, well, not boots, but nice little diver down there using the block to kind of push his sprite through the barrier and get down to the bottom while not activating the water layer. There's the boots.
There it is. There's the boots. There's our go mode item for Jet. So 1 hour, 14 minutes. Jet is in a go mode, finding those boots.
Yep. And azder really needs to get the catfish because this is just going to be Jet pulling away at this point. If the longer that check gets isolated, the more time Jet gets. And remember, Jet has also gone in and completed a significant chunk of Misery Mire. So with that, that's going to be a full clear. Probably, I would assume, given what's left. I think it's Mire Desert Palace at this point.
Yeah, but hopefully he will go to the library to go pick up that second sword now. Find that master sword.
Yeah, he's going to do that too. So that's probably going to be. Ooh,
as they're going to go do Swamp Palace without the hook shot. Oh, my.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately, not going to find anything here in the front of Swamp Palace. Everything is in the back here. Still a 50-50 chance here that the big key is here. I mean, it is possible that the big key here is on Argus, but it's not really that important since, I mean, Jet is in go mode here. Just needs to go pick up that second sword. And it looks like that was 3 hits there on Argus, 4, 5. There it is. So 1 hour, 15 minutes, and roughly 30 seconds. That now gives Jet his, what is that, crystal number 6? No, crystal number 5.
Yep, number 5, 6, and 7 are the two back-to-backs there in Mire Desert Palace. So should be a pretty good advantage here for Jet.
Yeah, so here we are. We're at the 1 hour, 16-minute mark here. Jet is in go mode here. Got to pick up that sword as they're now going to go here in a Swamp Palace. Since we got a few seconds here, why don't you make sure you give both these runners a follow if you have not already done so. Their lists here are on in chat right now. Please give them a follow. They've done a great job here with giving us a show tonight. So there's the Master Sword. Give them a follow there in chat. Please give my co-com a follow here at Neon Tiger. Doing a great job of keeping us all informed, keeping me in line. I also want to give a big shout out here to our tracker, Scupula. I want to say thanks to him for keeping us knowledgeable and in line. It's greatly appreciated. Give them a follow. They're doing a great job today while we are watching one fantastic race.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, make sure to give Fanman a follow as well, as Jet is going to go do Mire here. With that God Mire set up and with him already having basically everything he needs to go straight to the back, it's going to be straight run here. It's going to be pretty much go mode-esque movement through Misery Mire here for Jet. So that won't be too much of a problem. We'll be able to get that big key right off the torch in Desert Palace and go straight to the back as well. So yeah, we're very, very much approaching GT time here for Jet very soon. And azder just, feels like azder just kind of been led away from that catfish check.
Yeah,
it's very easy to do.
Yeah, I wanted to kind of, if I remember correctly, when he was up there in that area, he used his portal. I think he used his portal just a little too soon because he used his portal before taking the Zora teleport up to the Zora area, and had he not done that, I think he probably would have got the hook shot from catfish.
Yeah, like the problem with that isolating that catfish check is situations like this where it becomes very difficult to route in efficiently, so you kind of don't put it as high of a priority as you would clearing dungeons and doing stuff like that. That's kind of the situation with isolating really any of these overworld checks, and Jet setting up spooky action glitch as well. So super nice to see that. And that fire rod to great effect.
Yeah, so now as they're checking left-hand side of Swamp, unfortunately not going to find what he's looking for. And Jet now here on Vitreous here using the Master Sword spins to take out these eyeballs.
Mm-hmm. Still has to be careful now. Gotta just watch a little bit of the tick damage from standing on the goo, and really more importantly, just kind of watching those lightning bolts from Vidi. But 8 shots to the eye.
That's crystal number 6 there for Jet, finding the map there on Vitreous, while azder checks the left-hand side, found bombs in that second chest, and he nopes out. And at least he's making his way north. I would think this would probably be a pyramid check, followed by Catfish. We have not yet seen what's on the pyramid ledge. Both runners did choose to pass up the pyramid ledge when they went into pod the first time. And now Jet making his way into Desert Palace. Very convenient mirror to get into the back. Needs to pick up the big key here off of the torch. And Desert Palace doesn't need to check anything else. We do have both items still available here, but it will do us no good. Especially for Jet. He is maxed out at hearts. Can't do much of anything else. And on the pyramid ledge, there's our 4th bottle there on pyramid ledge.
Absolutely. And very much a race for Jet to lose right now. Now, azder's finally going to check the Catfish. This is going to be a situation where you're going to... It's you know when you're a runner and you do all this stuff in a race and you finally check this one location you've kind of been thinking about maybe or just haven't really gotten to yet, and then you find your item there you've been looking for, it does kind of feel like a bit of a gut punch, but you do have to keep going as best you can. Just have to kind of hope that your opponent has also made the same mistake, even though a lot of times mentally you kind of think, oh, I screwed this up, didn't I? But you'd be surprised how many times we've talked to people after the race and they've for example, I'm sure we'll talk to Jet and he might say that he thought he screwed up by not checking Catfish earlier, as he's on Lamolas now to get his 7th crystal. But,
here's my question to you as a runner.
Yes.
How often is a play like this in the back of your mind? These one-off plays. I mean, between Agina, Catfish, Zor. I mean, is that ever in the back of your mind, or is that just kind of okay? I'm in this area. I'm going to go to it now, type thing.
I think it's a routing choice that you have to kind of make based on what's available. Sometimes you just have to give up on a one-off location and come back later because it's not the most efficient way to route it. But you're always going to try and be aware of, at least, if you skip a one-off location like Catfish or like Graveyard Ledge or something like that, you're going to at least try and be aware that, okay, I need to come back here at some point. If I'm running dry on things and I'm starting to check overworld locations, this should be a location I should prioritize.
Yeah, so we're kind of starting to see some numbers here in the chat here. Unfortunately, the numbers aren't really going to do us any good right now because the bot is down. But with those numbers, I mean, we're making our way up to GT right now. 1 through 22 here at Gannis Tower. Where is that big key going to be? All right, what's your guess, Neon?
I always get beat on this. I'm still gonna put 15 in there because 15 is. I have no other science behind this other than I've seen it happen way too many times that 15 ends up being the location. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna, as mean as this seed's kind of been, as rude as been, I'm gonna say the big key's gonna be kind of early. I'm gonna say probably, I'll say 7 this time. And chat's asking why is there no bot? The Saha bot took a vacation. He went away for a while.
Right. Just kind of
went on summer break early.
Yes.
All right, so here we go. As they're finally making his way now in the back of Swamp, gonna find his boots. and that will put him in go mode.
Right, and Jet is into GT, so guesses are closed, or they would be if the bot was working.
They would.
Yep. And again, do a
Right,
nice
so
little
let's
diver
see.
down. Yep.
In the Hope Room, there's our Ether Medallion, and there's our first key in the first two chests there. Everybody always saves Tile Room for last.
Yeah, last match I called it was in Tile Room. So,
Ooh.
I was hoping for... Yep.
I've seen that one a couple times, and there was the boots there on azder's side. He's in go mode.
Yep. Really, really large gap for Jet. Just really at this point, just looking for that big key in execution. So 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope.
6. Nothing of interest so far here on the right-hand side of GT. Did pick up that extra key here. So my guess was 7. Will it be here on the torch? Let's see, a 4% chance, and nope, just a green 20. So my guess, down the dumps.
You tried. So
that I did.
Yes.
So here we are now coming into Stalfo's room. This will be 8, 9, 10, and 11.
8.
And there it is. Chest number 8. I was 1 off, not too bad. Big 20, and a key, and another 50. So there you go.
Yep. And very first guess we got from the Speedmon was 8. So right off the bat, we figured it out. So good job. A couple other 8s in chat as well. So if you guessed 8, congratulations. You did the thing. And Catfish had the hook shot for everyone who's wondering about why that was so important.
Yeah, so about an hour, 25 minutes. Azder does finally complete Swamp Palace. Now all he has left is Misery Mire and Desert Palace here. And as we make our way up the tower here on Jet side, getting ready to make our way into the gauntlet.
The Azder's now going into Mire. It's going to go into Desert Palace, then Mire will be the last one. So, but Jet's already up the gauntlet here, so getting ready to close out this race.
Now they do say that this is the 4 toughest rooms here in the game, but these runners are going to make it look extremely easy.
Oh yeah, these two are seasoned vets, and they will, short of something catastrophic happening, they will pretty quickly move. Both of them will pretty quickly move through here. They know exactly what they're doing.
And using Master Sword, we're going to be seeing a Master Sword Ganon fight here. So it's going to be an extremely long Ganon fight here. And, I mean, we'll explain to that once we get closer here, unless we do find a Tempered Sword here. I mean, that's kind of the reason why I can only think why Jet did check the last 3 chests there in Stalfo's room before moving on. Wanted to find that Tempered Sword, make life a little bit easier.
Yeah, lot fewer sword spins that they have to worry about with Tempered Sword. But it's in the most satisfying room in game part 1. Stalfo's got a Wizard problem? Not anymore. And the most satisfying room in the game part 2 coming up right now. There's some Wizrobes, and now they're not there. And so there we go. Jet is lighting the torches, taking care of these real quick. Nicely done.
And right there, hour 28 minutes, there is crystal number 6 for Azder. Taking down Lamos 1. So there's a green 20. Will we find Tempered Sword here? Nope, just bombs. Don't have to kill the mini helmets.
Yeah, we got 2 more chests to check, but we'll see here.
So where's the prediction thing at when we need it? Will the tempered sword be in one of these last two chests?
Yep.
I know I'm personally rooting for it.
Is it in the last chest? But first, Moldorm 2.
Well, at least we don't have to worry about a Moldorm bounce here between these two runners. I did calm a race earlier in this tournament where it was needed to win the race. That was between someone and Shady Force here in this race. And unfortunately, just a map there, so no tempered sword gonna be found here in this race. Now, granted, azder does have access to the tempered sword if he wanted to go get it. It is there at the library. He never did pick that, or did he know? Or did he pick that up? Yeah, actually he did, because we had our second sword was at Turtle Rock. So yeah, if he wants to, if azder does want tempered sword, he can go get it. So here we are, everybody's favorite math test. Ooh, there we go. 6 hits. All right, so here we are. We're gonna go face the big pig now. Gonna be a Master Sword Ganon fight here. Neon, I'm gonna let you describe how this Ganon fight is gonna be.
Absolutely, and we'll see kind of phase 1, phase 2 here from Jet really quickly on. That's going to look really similar to Ganon fights you've seen in the past. Just trying to get as many of the hits in as possible on Ganon to get through those first 2 phases before... he's going to actually check Lumberjack Ledge and see... Not Lumberjack Ledge, Pyramid Ledge, and see that it's bottle. Just wanted to make sure, I guess it was not a 3rd sword upgrade, but in goes Jet. Boom goes Ganon, and we are off. What we're going to see here is a whole bunch of sword spins from Jet. Trying to do as many as he can here. He's all set up. Normally, when you have tempered sword, this phase is going to go a lot quicker. You'll see a lot of different strats. Generally, you'll see a boot stash strat. That kind of makes this pretty quick. But with Master Sword, it's going to be lots and lots of Master Sword spins. I think it's 24 for... the 4th phase. 3rd phase will be exactly the same, since each hit on Ganon will just simply advance to the next little chunk of floor falling out. And since we've got the spinning fireballs right now, that means that we're on phase 2.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, it's 12, 12, 4, and 24, I believe, is what each phase is. And while we are now here in phase 2 on Jet's side of the Ganon fight, azder, just under an hour, 32 minutes, does finally take down Victorious. So now he is going to make his way up the mountain one more time, gonna go take on GT.
Yeah,
but the question is will he go pick up that tempered sword before going up the mountain?
I don't think so. I think just given the fact that he's had opportunities to go pick it up now, I suspect it won't happen. I think it's just going to be straight to GT at this point. Yeah, you're seeing right now Jet doing that 3rd phase where all you got to do is hit Ganon as soon as he pops back up to make sure that the spiral bats don't show up. Did you find the arrows on Planet Zebes? Nope. You did not, because this is not... Metroid Link to the Past randomizer combo.
Ooh, he is picking up Master Sword, so there it is.
Oh, okay. So, well, color me mistaken.
Alright, so here we are, phase number 4 here. Luckily, we do have half magic. I do believe Jet still does have a blue potion.
He's got a fairy.
And a fairy, out here for the Ganon fight. So he has more than enough. Unfortunately, I have lost track already on what number spin he's on, but he's got a nice rhythm going on here.
Yeah, really at this point, especially with Master Sword, because you're basically getting you're basically setting it up to get 3 spins on every torch reset here with the torch glitch. It's really just kind of rhythm, just kind of getting into a rhythm. It's 1, 2, 3, light the torch, and then repeat again. What you don't want to see is you don't want to see Ganon go completely blue, because that means that you haven't quite got the spin right, and it didn't count as damage spin.
Yeah, so now as they're using the portal here on the top of Turtle Rock, can save a little bit of time here. Oh, yeah, there goes
Jet just finish it up. Yep. I was just about to say, Jet's about done, so there we go. Get your GGs in chat. Yep, get your GGs in chat here for Jet, who is simply going to walk across this bridge and finish up and advance to face Obscure Lifeform with an official racetime.gg race time. That's always a tongue twister, of a 1:34.09.
Yeah, make throw your GGs into chat. Does win this series 2-1. Will be making his way into the third round. Will face Obscure Lifeform. And it looks like azder not going to quite give up now. He's going to go straight in to GT. And it sounds like we have somebody joining us here in the booth. And yep, there he is. Hello, Jet. GGs.
Hey, GG.
GG's, congratulations. We're just watching azder wrap up in GT right now. This is definitely, this was a pretty tough seed. How are you feeling after this one, Jet?
I'm very surprised, actually. I felt way behind. I last location Pearl, but that's okay. It's early game, so that's not too bad.
Right.
But then I last location Flippers. So I'm like, oh, that's it. And especially when Boots were in Swamp, I'm like, well, this is it. Like, there's no way. Like, I checked everything else. There's no way he's going Turtle Rock or something. So I'm like, that's it. So I just had to hope I went fast and hope I could like luck into a Tempered Sword somewhere. But yeah, I didn't expect that at all.
Yeah, we were talking about that actually I think Band and I were talking about, a little bit we were talking about that during the race, that you always feel like you're kind of behind, especially when you find something really late, like you mentioned Flippers and stuff like that, and you're just kind of like, oh shoot, well, that's not good. But I guess my first question is, what kind of drew you over to Catfish to make that play when you did and pick up the hook shot?
Because I was doing Graveyard Ledge, and I'm like, Catfish isn't too far from there. I could do Catfish, do Pyramid. I was sort of trying to put off doing any pendant dungeons if I could help it. Technically, that hurt me last race, but that was just the play I was going for. So I'm like, let me just check. I'll check Graveyard Ledge. That's not too long. And, quick hop over to Catfish. When else am I going to check it? That's basically what I was thinking. Like, I had no good time to check Catfish aside from after Graveyard Ledge.
Right, so it was kind of a routing choice. Like, this is like my best chance to do that, especially with that early Zora check. You weren't able to really wrap that back in again.
Right. And then getting hookshot, I'm like, all right, follow this right into the ground, which is why I immediately went up to Death Mountain, because I was thinking about Dark Death Mountain as well. There were 2 items that I could have gotten at any point after Mitts, and just getting hookshot. And then I could have potentially went into Turtle Rock if it needed bombos. So I'm like, this is actually a decent check. I can also do Spike Cave. That's why I went there first, and then I decided to go do Mire, just because it suddenly became in Logic at that point. Well, half in Logic, because it technically needed Lantern.
Yeah, the hook shot was the biggest difference in this race. When you got it, and then azder pretty much left it as a one-off. He pretty much went everywhere else first before finally getting that hook shot, and that was the biggest difference. And then because he didn't go to Catfish, that led azder to go into TR, and he went all the way to Laser Bridge.
Wow. So he got,
and that's where the third sword comes in as well.
Thieves, and then I got that gets you Quake. Okay, and then you just do Turtle Rock. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, because like I say,
I didn't even think of that possibility. Honestly, I'm just like, I'm so behind the whole race.
Yeah, I mean, it was an interesting call that he made. but like I say, just being that one-off location, it's sometimes a lot of runners seems like they go to it as a last resort. They don't go to it as thinking something could be there.
Too.
So
there's been plenty of races where I put off catfish. There's someone here that's typically in my chat, and he just makes fun of me for skipping catfish, and he's like, catfish is just the win this tournament. Like, you need to be doing catfish all the time. I'm like, but I don't wanna. But this race apparently, I guess it was, and I see on the restream that Azder has tempered. So did he get that at Turtle Rock?
Yes.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Yep.
I tried looking for it. Because there's a fourth one somewhere. No.
Yeah,
luck.
we never did. We did not see the fourth sword. The swords that we saw, there was one in TR. There was one at the Sunken Treasure, and the third one was at.
I got one at Library.
Library. Yeah,
Library,
that was the third one.
Sunken Treasure, and then, like you said, Turtle Rock. I didn't check. I mean, I don't. Did he go to Ice?
Yeah, he went into Ice. Or no, he did not. That Ice was one place we did not check. Looking at my notes, we still have one item available in Desert.
Right.
And Ice, we didn't go into Ice. And then Trinex does have an item, but we have no clue what it is. Pyramid Ferry is still open. Ped, I just saw that it was arrows. Magic Bat, we did not see.
I didn't check the bonk locations either.
Yeah, bonk rocks. And that was really about it. We saw everything else. So
I'm really curious where that other sword is. I mean, it's probably just like in the back of GT or something, more than likely. But maybe I'll pull up the seed after the credits and just so I can take a look. I'm really curious where that temper was. I don't think there was any chance I was gonna get it in the way. I did think a little bit about getting the big chest in Desert while I was there, but I don't know. It's like 3 screen transitions. Too long. I'll just Master Sword Gaddon, I guess.
But when you told me a little bit earlier before your race that you came down to 16 seconds in that first race, I mean, yeah, I don't blame you for passing up that. Passing up the big chest there in Desert Palace. So
honestly, I was really worried that doing left-hand swamp, like after I got boots at the waterfall room, I'm like, I should have skipped left-hand swamp. Like that's like 1 to 2 minutes right there, and I'm like, if I lose by that much, I'm gonna be so salty. So
well, see,
that's what I was worried that was the only thing I could think of this seed that I could have done differently to pull ahead. But
well, now that you say that,
I was wrong.
Azder actually went into Swamp House without the hook shot. And
he
cleared out left side.
Okay.
And then he went into Catfish. And speaking of Azder, he did just take down Ganon. Did a nice job with that fight. Going to be crossing the 1x3 bridge with a final time of 1 hour 41 minutes and 47 seconds. Throw your GGs into chat. Hopefully we will get Azder here into chat to join us here with our conversation. So, but yeah, kind of get back while I was getting there to Jet. Yeah, he went left side like you did in the swamp without the hook shot. And then after that's when he went up to Catfish to get the hook shot. And then he rushes right back down and finishes up Swamp.
Oh, what a seed. I hate Boots Go mode. If you're gonna give me boots at all, can it be? And the sword was just teasing me at Library for the whole entire seed. Like I must have gotten boots at like what 1:15 maybe. So that was over an hour of knowing there's a sword that is within reach.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's gotta
reach up and grab it, Link. Come on, right there.
Well, we were both kind of laughing too because the last 2 items that you both needed to finish the game were your feed items, was your flippers and was your boots. And I don't ever recall seeing that in a race before, so where you need those 2 items to finish out the seed. Hopefully we'll get Azder in here. I did not see if he was going to join us in chat here in the booth or not. But if we kind of look ahead right now, so Jet, with you winning this series 2-1, you are facing Obscure Lifeform in round number 3 of this tournament. You're almost halfway of defending your title, which I'm going to knock on wood. I just said that and realized that. How are you feeling so far in this tournament and looking into the next round?
So good, but I'm sort of really tired of these coming down to 3 games. Like, I think every race this tournament so far has been 3 races. So it's always coming down to that third, and it's scary. Like, just this could have went like either way. Like in this case, you were saying he put off Catfish. Like, I could have easily done the same thing I did in my race 2 and just skipped something for forever, and it would have cost me the race. So it's like coming down the one race is scary, but at the same time, you know, I have good opponents, so it's not like. I mean, it's just the way it is. I do like the best 2 out of 3 format. I feel like that complements my playstyle a little bit. So we'll just have to see if I keep going to the 3 games, or I probably will. I mean, we're down the round of 16 now.
Not quite. We're almost to the round of 16.
Well, I mean, I'm going into the round of 16, right?
Oh, well, yeah. No, this will be round of 32.
Is it 128?
No, that was round of 32. Never mind. This is the round of 16. Never mind. I'll be quiet now. Now that just put my foot in my mouth.
Look, I'll just believe whatever you say, because I forget at this point.
I was gonna say you're probably hoping it's around the 16 because you're just like, oh my gosh, I got what, 5 more matches? 5 more of these matches? I don't want to go play 15 more times if I don't have to. But yeah, this is we're in round 3 right now. This is the round of 16. So yeah, you got Obscure Lifeform, and on the other side of that bracket, Shady Forest and Error are the other 2. So very, very stacked group of 4 here.
Yep.
Yeah, so we kind of look ahead for this weekend here on Memorial Day weekend. This is the last race of today, but tomorrow and Sunday do have a lot of racing going on here. We do have an 11 o'clock race here, second round, game number 3, Killer App 23 versus Ninban. That we do not have a channel listed yet, but I'm sure that will be broadcast.
We I think we do now. I believe it's going to be on SpeedGaming 2. I'm looking at looking at the schedule right now. Yep, it just got updated.
There it is.
The SG2. So,
then at noontime on SpeedGaming, Azasis versus Chemo. That is game number 3. Then it doesn't say which game, but Humbug versus Pika Pal is at 2 o'clock.
I believe that's game 1.
Game 1, okay. Yes. And then Madcap versus Gan's Gone Wild. That is game number 2 at 3 o'clock. That is on SpeedGaming 3. Then at 4 o'clock be game number 3, second round of 1 Up versus P-Train. That is on SpeedGaming. And then the last game on Saturday will be a potential game 3, Madcap versus Ganon's Gone Wild on SpeedGaming 2. So it looks like they're going to have a doubleheader between those 2 runners tomorrow for games 2 and 3. And then on Sunday, finish, if needed. And then on Sunday, going to be finishing up the second round here, round 2, Humbug versus Pika Pals. And then, but actually both of them are Humbug and Pika Pals, not determined on what channel they were going to be on. This says not SpeedGaming, so possibly the Randomizer channel. That will be game 2 and game 3 if necessary. Game 2 on Sunday will start at 1 o'clock, and game 3, if it is needed, will start at 3 o'clock. And that will conclude the second round of this tournament. Started out with 128 runners here in the group stages, down to 64. And now here we are, just as Jet has clearly defined to me, because I can't read, are now in the round of 16. Wow. I mean, any final words before we head off, Jet? I mean, I know I thoroughly enjoyed this race. I know the crowd that was watching this race thoroughly enjoyed it. Any thoughts here? For the tournament.
Thank you guys for the restream. I hope Boots pops up earlier next time, and GG's to my opponent. Yeah, thanks, guys.
Not a problem. Glad to have you here, and thanks. Of course, make sure to follow both Jet and azder, two incredibly talented, incredibly skilled Link to the Past runners. Always good to see them participating. So it's always nice to see. And of course, thanks to Scupula for doing all of the wonderful work tracking and helping everybody understand what goes where and who's got what. Bandman, of course, thanks for co-coms. Always appreciate it. Make sure to give everyone a follow.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for being here with me, Neon. It's been a great race. I know I thoroughly enjoyed it. I can only get more excited about how this tournament's going to be. Now that I have more time available in my schedule, I can actually watch the conclusion of this tournament. But yeah, like I said, give a follow to everybody. To both runners, did a great job. Give a follow to my co-com here, Neon Tiger. Give a follow to our tracker, Scupula. Great tournament. I hope everybody has a safe and wonderful Memorial Day. Please take care of yourself, take care of your family, take care of your friends.
Mm-hmm.
Be good to each other, and we'll see you on the flip side.
Absolutely. Remember, someone out there loves you, and we love you too. Take care of yourselves, everyone. We'll see you soon. See you tomorrow. Bye.